I'm not crazy, I'm evil. I killed because people like me are treated badly every day. All my life I've been ridiculed, always beaten, always hated. Can you, society, really blame me for what I've done? These were the chilling words of Luke Woodham, a young man who committed a heinous act of violence, taking the lives of innocent people. Woodham's words reveal a deep-seated anger and resentment towards society, a feeling that he had been treated unfairly his entire life. But while his pain may have been real, his actions were unforgivable. Let us never forget the tragedy that occurred, and let us work towards a future where no one feels so desperate and hopeless that they resort to violence. This video where we will discuss the chilling story of Peter Kürten, a notorious sex maniac, sadist, and murderer from 1913 to 1930 in Germany. Kürten claimed to have murdered 69 people in various German cities, making him one of the most notorious serial killers in German history. Before his execution by guillotine, Kürten made a bizarre request to a doctor who was present, asking if he could see and hear his own blood pouring from his throat after his head was separated from his body. According to him, the sound would bring him the greatest pleasure of his life. It's a terrifying reminder of the sheer depravity and evil that can exist in some individuals. May we never forget the victims of his horrific crimes and always strive for a just and safe society. This content may violate our content policy. John Bodkin Adams was a popular family physician. During his practice from 1946 to 1956, 163 of his patients died under suspicious circumstances, with 132 of them bequeathing to him their property or substantial sums of money. Despite suspicion, the investigation could not prove Adams' involvement in any of the deaths. He was punished only for forging prescriptions. John lived a long life and died in wealth and peace at the age of 84. This Nike slogan can be considered the murderer Gary Gilmore, who was sentenced to death. His last words before his execution were "Let's do it." Nike changed this phrase into "Just do it" and began to use the slogan in their advertising campaigns. This short video on the friendship between Iggy Pop and David Bowie. In 1976, when Iggy was recovering from heroin addiction in a psychiatric hospital, David was one of the few who continued to visit him, sneaking cocaine to relieve him. As Bowie later recalled, they were crazy, and they managed to sneak everything they had into the hospital, despite the prohibition on drugs. Bowie didn't even remember feeling any fear because they had to bring something for their friend who hadn't had anything for a long time. Years later, Iggy would call his friendship with Bowie the light of his life. This is a powerful reminder of the importance of friendship and support, especially during tough times. It is heartwarming to hear of the lengths that Bowie went to in order to support his friend, and the impact that their friendship had on each other's lives. We hope this story inspires you to cherish your own friendships and to be there for your loved ones when they need you the most. Welcome to this short video about Fidel Castro, a former Cuban revolutionary and politician. Castro, who served as the country's prime minister from 1959 to 1976 and president from 1976 to 2008, made it into the Guinness Book of World Records for surviving 638 different assassination attempts. These attempts included poison in cigars and a bomb in a baseball, among other creative methods. Remarkably, none of the attempts caused Castro any physical or moral harm. Despite the many attempts on his life, Fidel Castro died of natural causes at the age of 90. This incredible story of survival and resilience has made Fidel Castro an enduring figure in history, and his legacy continues to be felt around the world. July 1, 1896. On this day, 5 members of Rufus Buck's gang were executed for rape. These individuals were found guilty, and their execution was carried out at Fort Smith, making them the only individuals hanged for rape at the location. This event may very well have been the most significant execution for rape in U.S. history. It is a somber reminder of the consequences of such a heinous crime and the importance of justice being served. We hope this serves as a reminder that crimes such as these will not be tolerated and will be met with appropriate action.